everybody. Here we go. This is take 1 million because I keep messing up. But I am in the process right now of building amp rack and flooring out about 90% of the trunk in Project Defiant. It's actually going to sit like this, and this piece is going to sit over here. See how that's wide, and that's like that, and that'll finish it up. And you may or may not know that we got the other warp nacelle in, aka the JP-23, and this is where they're going to sit. These are the fan holes that I have for it, and we're also going to be doing the door panels as well. As you see that one's kind of ratty looking. The Raptor will cover right over that. That's where I had to epoxy that piece back together, and this is going to look quite spiffy. And in a future video, before we actually mount it, I'll show you a test fit on how that's going to look. So this is going to be side to side this way as you're looking in the trunk. So this piece go together, and this is behind it. And I'm not 100% sure how I want to do my batteries. I don't know if I want to leave them where they're at because it's all the way back. Do I want to pick them up and put them to the side? I've got a couple of different ideas, and that's another reason why this is like this. Main reason why is if I went any, this is max width that I can get through the trunk. All right, can't go any other way. Oh yeah, and finally, our floor plates here are aluminum floor plates that I've had since I've owned my car. As you see, it's wore down the checker plate over here. We're going to shoot some Raptor on these and restore them. I've scrubbed them down. They look a little stained, but no need to polish it. I scrubbed them down really good. Simple green and hot water. They've been drying out here in the sun, what little sun we've had, because it's been really cloudy today, as you can see. But it's been way more clouds than this going on. But beautiful day nonetheless. Nice and humid down here in the deep south. And we're going to Raptor liner our floor plates, floor mats, or whatever you want to call it. And there you go. So this is what we have going on. About to get the Raptor liner out here. We're going to focus on this first because this is priority. I'm going to hit these, and then I'm going to hit those. If I don't get to these over here, I got 2 bottles. I should be able to do it, but we're going to be using the little compressor. I'm not going to drag out the big 200 gallon or whatever it is out of the house, or not 200 gallon, the 29 gallon I think it is, 27 or 29, I don't know. I'm not going to drag that out. So here's the idea while I got you here. Here's the idea. The amp is going to be sitting right there, and whenever you're looking in from the back or the front right now, you can see all the way back here. And I'm going to have the rack here to where, man, look at all these little bugs. Look, they are all up in here. Must be attracted to the system here. But you're going to be able to look through the car into the trunk, and you'll see the amp racks, and that's going to be the main focus. The other thing is I still hadn't figured out where I want to mount the batteries, because we will be getting another Group 34 battery. Keeping the stock battery, more than likely going to disconnect it from the system whenever all this takes place, because that's coming from the alternator. This goes to the stock location, and just be done with it. All right, so that's where we're at, everybody. Stay tuned. Let me go get the Raptor mixed up. Oh yeah, hold up before I forget. Check this out. We're going to be doing a little something different. Is it in this? Let me see if it's in here. I think it's in this one. Yeah, here it is. Something a little different that we're going to be doing with this particular Raptor mixture is this is grit, traction grit. And we're going to take some traction grit, and we're going to take this green and silver glitter and mix off into the, and that's not going to be very much of this. I'm only going to do like that much grit. All right, I just want a little texture to the floor plates, a little texture, just something different than standard Raptor. And then, I don't know, half a bottle, maybe the whole bottle of this. I'll see how it looks on the cap whenever I'm shaking it. We'll do half and half of these glitters right here, the green and the silver, for the back, and that will be a shout out to one of my #1 supporters, if not my #1 supporter, Gun Toad out there. So that's for you. Your favorite color is green. The silver goes along with the I don't know, there's no gray glitter that'll go along with the trim, and it'll give a little sparkly to everything. And I think it'll look kind of neat if it works and it sticks. My friends, it's going to be the great experiment. And that's why this is an NX class ship. Yeah, like the Project Defiant. NX 74205. Stay tuned. Actually should be done right now. I should be putting everything in there, getting the second amp hooked up, yada yada smack. But I am pacing myself because I want it to be right. I decided, since I haven't done this before, well, let that bit get done. I'll let it that out. Or will I? Alright, I decided, since I haven't shown you guys and gals out there before, and you probably already know this if you've researched anything, Raptor. This is Black Raptor. You can get it in tintable, which is white. You can just shoot it on white if you want to. It works quite well. And you can tint it whatever color you want. I mean, hell, from what I understand, you can put house paint in this, in the tintable, and it would work. But what you do is, and I've already pre-shaken this a little bit, so let me be careful taking this off. I don't want just raw Raptor getting on my wood. And what you do is I'm gonna first add a little bit of this grit, not much, just a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And this should be dry, so I'm going to use this to kind of get an idea how much I want to put in there. And that's about right. And what we're going to do is mix all of our stuff together. Yep, it's getting close to 4 o'clock, boys. Let's see, for full instructions, the leaflet. I got no leaflet. I'm assuming, though, this is supposed to be 4 parts. And since I'm just doing this for a little bit of different texture for the floor plates and whatnot, and this is probably not even going to stick very well, I'll probably leave these out for a couple of days and let them cure. Put them up here or somewhere out of sight, out of mind type of areas. Can you take this whole thing off? I don't guess you can, huh? And we'll mix that in. Alright. Yeah. That's gonna look like shit. Nah, it's gonna look good, y'all. So let's pour this off in here. Oh yeah, baby. And any flakes that get over there, not worried about it. It'll be alright. You know, I just now thought about this. It's gonna be on my doorbell. Oh well. YOLO. People's gonna be like, what is that? Alright, so what you do is you take this and you go all the way up to the 8-ounce mark. Alright, and if you do paint, you do 4 ounces of paint and then 8 ounces of this. So let's pour this off in here. And what I'm gonna do after that is get my cap, put it back on, shake it up, and we'll see, before I actually shake it for the 2 minutes minimum that you're supposed to do. Let's shake this up and see what our consistency of glitter is. Man, that bird is going in ham. What the hell? Sounds like an alarm. He ran out of breath. All right, let's see what it looks like on the cap. All right, here we go. Let's see if it looks any good. I really can't even see it. I don't know. It'll come out of there. I don't know. It may not be enough. I may not actually have enough in there. May not even be able to see any of it with that black. Let's go with a little bit more green and a little bit more silver. silver and gold. La 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 la. All right. Now, that's all I'm gonna add. Make sure that's on straight. I don't need that stuff slinging out. All right, let me shake this up. You'll see what it looks like whenever I get done. I got just enough activator. Just enough activator for one more bottle, which we have, and I may actually do that second bottle. I don't know. Should have probably done a black single coat, but I'm kind of thinking, and I may be wrong, I'm kind of thinking if I don't dilly-dally on this, and since these are small pieces, I should be able to do all of this with this bottle, provided that this gauge is on the right setting. All right, so let me get this shook up and I'll be back. Stay tuned. See how it turned out. Of course, you see things moved around already. I'm going to go ahead and get my other bottle going and get these shot while I've still got some sunlight coming across there to help it dry. It's been about 45 minutes to an hour, probably more closer to an hour. And this is me. I leaned up on it, but I'll be able to touch that up. But check this out, everybody. I got my custom aluminum Raptor lined floor plate straight in from downforsoundshop.com. And here's the other one. Doesn't have a logo. This is the driver's side. We ain't gonna do that one. But this one turned out mighty fine. Here's the original for the Cobalt, aka the Defiant. And yeah, this will give it new longevity. I'm actually going to give these a couple of days before I put them back in the car, because I need to do the carpet in the car too, and I don't have time to do that because I slowed myself down, like I said. And you know what, these shows and what have you, I'm not even too much worried about getting to none of these shows, because the more excited I get, the more dampened I get by these people putting on these shows. Because I found out last night that my subwoofers and box size, mainly my port for the fourth order, for an organization like Base Wars, their rules say that it's the height and the width of your port times itself, or times those two, plus the overall cone area, which puts me into a 20,000 watt class. And I'm not down with that. I'm just not trying to do it. What do y'all think about that? And here we go. Here's the amp rack. That's the rear. This is what you'll see whenever you turn around and look through the box, because people's going to look. You're going to actually see the logo this way, and all the power leads and all that will be over here. You'll see the amps, and this will be the trunk area. So as you're looking this way, you're just going to see it like that. Now, I very well could take one and put it in here and all that, but I have another one, so have no fear if I see where I want to put it in there or whatever. And I said I wasn't going to do this in the first place. So this is a shout out to JP over there at downforsoundshop.com, just for being a cool dude. You want to know why I put these stickers on here? All right, I decided to do this because whenever I bought the other JP-23 the other day, I put in the notes, and this is the truth because I have the unboxing video to prove it, that I was missing my 3X freebie shirt that I was supposed to get. And he personally signed off and said, thanks, craftchest, on the invoice, which he does a lot. I'm sure he does that to a lot of people whenever he's at the shop and he's running the thing. But inside the box with the amp, alongside the dunnage, was a 3X Down for Sound t-shirt. And you know, he had these stickers in there also. And I like transfer stickers like this because look how good they look on this black, especially that neon blue. And why not? Because I said if they were transfer stickers, I was going to do it, and they weren't, then I wasn't going to do it. So there you go. So shout out to you, JP at Down for Sound Shop. And time to shoot some Raptor over here on these doors. This next one, this next one, oh yeah, and as you can see, or not see, is very little glitter. I'm just seeing some silver flake in here, and I'm not sure if that's just because of the amount, because I'm really not seeing it. I'm seeing the grit texture a little bit here and there, especially like on the floor plates. You know, I'm kind of seeing it, but I'm kind of wondering if that glitter, did I not put enough? Does it not really show off inside of here very well? I don't know what the deal is, because I've gone all around, and now we're at an hour of dry time, and I'm just seeing specks here and there, and these are probably specks that from after the fact. I don't know though. I mean, I see where it's trying to, but it's subdued by the black. And it was an experiment. So what I may do on this bottle, just for shits and giggles, and since it's the door panels and they're jacked up anyway, I may just make a glitter bomb. We may take all the rest of this and all the rest of this and just put every last bit of this glitter inside that bottle and see what happens. I think that's the play, boys. And then we're just going to leave this out of it. I'm not going to put any more grit. We'll save that for the next time, for when we actually do inside the trunk, because this bottle is going to be enough to tighten up on a couple of spots here. I'm going to try to cover this up so that I don't get it, because I just need to hit that right there. And I don't even know if that's, yeah, I need to hit that up right there. So we'll put a board across there, or a piece of paper or something, if it doesn't blow off. That way it doesn't get hit, and I'll just lightly tack it down. Uh-oh. But I believe that's the play. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to put all this glitter. I'm just going to pop the tops off of them, because they do come off, I do believe. Whoosh, watch the glitter go everywhere, which is cool. I don't care. I mean, they're turning. All right. So anyway, let me get all that together, and in the words of Sprayway Customs, I'm gonna cut you back on. Here we go. I decided, since we feel comfortable with this, and I may have to leave them off, I may have to go gimpy for a couple of days. It don't take that long to get the door panels on, but I'm gonna give these plenty of time to harden. They are hardening, but it's a slow process. I can still smell them really, really bad. And I had to move that one because ants, and they're gone now. Well, you can see a couple, but they were swarming over this Raptor liner. There must be something, some chemical. And look at the design. It's the Superman Kal-El design happening. But here's this one, and this one got to sit in the sun a little bit, and just to touch it, let me see. Let me find a obscure location just to make sure it's not gonna, oh yeah, it's gonna dry. It's just gonna take a while with less hardener. Yeah, and it's a little softer to the touch. It's not gonna be hard. So I guess kind of rubberizes it a little bit. Yeah, that's hardening up. So if the fabric's hardening up, that means you can tell there's hardener in it, because that's stiffening up. Otherwise it'd just be wet. All right, so we're gonna leave that alone now that I feel comfortable. Let me see. Yeah, because if I'd have done that, it would have left a line in there. So we're just gonna leave these be. All right, they ain't hurting nobody, and I actually think they turned out pretty good. And anybody that knows me personally knows how broke dick this thing was. This door panel, all its function was just to let me out the car. I mean, it was done. But now add a little bit more life to it until we can come up with a better plan. And those ants that were on the door panel, look, they're still there. They're just, I don't know what they're doing, but there you go. But here is this. Everybody's probably saying, Craft Chest, we don't give a shit about that. The door panel, show us this. Check this out. And I dearly hope I have an awesome view of this for you. But let's have a look. This is what you're going to be seeing. This view right here when you're looking through the car, through the sub box into the trunk. And this is what you're going to see. We're going to have some double inputs for the amplifiers. This is my master's amp. This is the slave amp. And we're going to be wiring them up tonight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure we're even here and here and drive them in. And before anybody has anything to say, I am going to be using 1 1/4 screws, and yeah, they're going to protrude through the back, but you know what, you ain't gonna see it. and I just need to be careful or come back and saw off. The bottom ones actually go through this, and what I'll do is I'll get a hacksaw blade and saw off evenly the backside right there, because I don't have any ittle bitty drywalls. I may come up with a better plan, but I won't blacked out screws on it. I may actually have some mountain screws someplace, but as you can see, this is nice and hard, ready to go. Here's our floor panels. I'm going to leave them out overnight, let them harden up. I might actually bring them inside so they can go ahead and air out, and finally we'll be going into the car with all of this good equipment. All right, so there you go. Woo, and I had to disconnect the alarm first. I totally forgot about that thing, man, before it froze the car up. And there, I got it bypassed right now until we get this in here. Now, I believe for the time being, what we're going to do is we're going to make the mount for this. I'm actually going to take the amplifiers back inside. We're going to get this in the trunk, get the wires out of the way, and come up with the best solution on how we'll be able to see them through the car. And then from there, man, it's going to be awesome. So once again, running out of daylight, I wanted to get this shot up for everybody to let you know where we're at. Man, this is a totally blacked out Raptor line car now, ain't it? Woo, it's a crap to the mind. I am going to make this the end of this video, and we'll come back in a future video to show you the install. All right, I think that's awesome, because I'm going to edit this down and keep it about 20 to 30 minutes for you. All right, so JP from Down for Sound, shout out to you. All right, #1 customer service, fastest shipping, downforsoundshop.com. It's a crap to the mind. Go out there and have some fun. Woo! Look.
Everything can launch fireworks. Holy shit! My watermelon!
Boom!